All right, here we are for day 19. We have 3 minutes to go. Looks like we're getting close to the island. Yesterday we were doing what? Looking out onto the forest, helping out somebody with their homework. Yeah, so yesterday's wasn't too bad. It was all about, I guess, precedence, and basically just turned into a big find and replace sort of thing. Regex was a big help, made finding what we needed easier. We were able to do a search and find only matches that had like an inner parentheses, extract those, replace them with the answer, and then rinse and repeat. It did give me a little bit of trouble, accidentally replacing multiple ones at once instead of doing it one at a time. But that got worked out and was able to get a decent time for yesterday. Calculate and calculate sequence. Yep, so get a problem, extract out all the parentheses, and then send them to our calculate program. And just keep going until we got no more parentheses left. We're getting close to the end. We have, 6 more days, 5 after this one. And then we'll hopefully get all of our 50 coins. Because I guess the story goes is we need 50 star coins to, pay for our vacation, pay for our hotel, buy coconut drinks. Or maybe not. We seem to be pretty far up north. What is this, Europe? Greenland? Canada? Yeah, it's hard to say. Iceland, Greenland? Or Greenland, Iceland? Oh, anyway. Day 19. Land the airport. They think the satellite sees a sea monster. Connection to the satellite is having problems. They sent you a list of the rules valid messages should obey and a list of received messages they collected so far. The rules for valid message are numbered and built upon each other. For example, 012, A13. The rules for valid messages are numbered and build upon each other. Some rules, like 3, simply match a single character. The remaining rules list the sub-rules that must be followed. For example, rule 0 is 1 and 2, meaning that to match rule 0, the text being checked must match rule 1, and the text after the part that matched rule 1 must match rule 2. Okay. Some of the rules have multiple lists of sub-rules. So this means that at least one list of sub-rules must match. Fortunately, there are no loops in the rules. Okay. This means at least one list of sub-rules must match. Some of the rules have multiple lists of subrules separated by a pipe. At least one list of subrules must match. Okay. Fortunately, there are no loops. Here's another example. Here, because rule 4 matches A and rule 5 matches B. Rule 2 matches two letters that are the same, AA or BB. AA, BB. Okay, makes sense. Since rule 1 matches 2 and 3, gives us 8 possibilities. Excuse me. Rule 0 therefore matches A. Okay. The received message, the bottom part of the rule, needs to be checked against the rules. Your goal is to determine the number of messages that completed match rule 0. In the above example, producing answer 2. Okay. So let's grab this example. What I believe I need to do is compile a pattern. Now, you can branch down and compile all the patterns, or what you can do is just compile a regex expression again. So let's see. We want to end up with a pattern. So we'll say for each line in lines where it starts. No, wait. Let's do this. Let's read all text. Split it by a space. No, we'll split it by a new character. No, we'll split it by a double new character. Call this input. And input 0 should be our rules. So we'll split this by single new line. Do this again for our, what do you call this, messages? Let's check that real quick. All right. Oh, that should have been 1. But let's see, rules. Okay. Let's change our text to have line feed only. Let's change this to 1 and try it one more time. So rules contains 6. Yep. Messages contain 5. Yes, good to go. Okay. Let's put our messages as a global. And we want our pattern as a global. Let's get rid of this guy. Get rid of this. For each rule in rules. What do we want? We want to... I think we can ignore the number. No, we can't, can we? Let's create another... How do I want to do this? Uh, create a dictionary of rules so I can go through them properly, I suppose. Or, no, I don't need to do that. I guess you start at rule 0 and then kind of go through each one. Maybe I need to do this recursively? Let's see. So let's see, rule contains an apostrophe. Then we're going to return just whatever the string is. So regex dot match. And it's going to be, we want to get the letter out. What is our puzzle input? Is it always going to be a single letter? B, A, yeah, it's just B and A apparently. So let's just if it matches A, then return A. Matches B, then return B. Not too complicated. All right, and then otherwise, it's going to be a set of numbers. Let's say split it into by space. How do we want to do this? I want to be able to capture the or sign as well. How do we want to work on the pattern? Let's see if it's hmm. If it has dang, how do I do this? Instead of always going to A or B, I guess I can just store the A index and B index. Then once I get to this part, let's see if rule contains a pipe, then I'm going to do one thing. Let's see if it contains a pipe. I want to split this into two, I guess. So we'll say oh wait, are we gonna have puzzle inputs with more than one pipe? No. It's always going to be only one pipe. So rule A equals rule parts 0, split this by spaces. Rule B equals rule parts 1, split this into spaces. Let's see, so we need to create two patterns. For A, we're going to start at 1 since we want to get rid of the index on the rule. Rule A dot length I plus plus. We'll say if rule A I rule A equals A index, pattern A plus equals A. Else if rule AI equals B index, add a B. Else pattern A plus equals compile pattern rule. All right, and then we need to do the same thing for pattern B. Rule B. Rule B, pattern B. And then we'll return pattern A type pattern B. We need to throw that in parentheses as well. Right? Right. All right, and then down here, we just need to do this guy, where we'll say rule A equals rule dot split on space, start at 1, add it to pattern A, and then we'll return pattern A. All right, and that should be it. All right, so we also, we needed to figure out where was A. A index equals rules where B contains A. I guess we could just say first. And then we're going to say we need to select split this. Why can't I split it? What is a character? Why wouldn't this give me a string? Oh, I need to split it here. Okay. 0. And we'll use replace to get rid of the colon. All right, same thing for B index. And then we will say pattern equals compile pattern. And we give it the first rule. Rule 0. Rules 0. All right, is that gonna work? Stack Overflow exception. I guess we ran through what? How did we run through this too many times? Oh, what am I doing here? We need to not compile pattern for rule, compile pattern for whatever the rule is at the index we found. So this should be rules ints.parse rule AI. Yeah. Same thing here. And same thing here, except you're going to be rule B. Input string was not in the correct format. So let's see. I3, 3 is empty. Dang. We split rule part 0 is 2, 4, 4. So rule A was turned into 2, 4, 4. Why did I get a space at the end? Oh, because of this guy. So I think if rule A for piping will always be 1 less. Yeah. Okay, so we got a pattern. Our pattern is this thing. Okay. So down here we need to say reach. I think we can do this. Messages count where regex is match of D and our pattern. So we should get 2, right? We got 3. 3 was, I don't believe, the correct answer. Producing the answer 2. The number of messages that completely match rule 0. Let's try this guy. What do we get for this pattern? Pattern is A, AB, or A, BA. Is that correct? Rule 1 matches A, Rule 3 matches. Therefore, Rule 0 must match AAB or ABA, which, looking at our pattern, is what we got. But on this one, we got 3 for some reason. Let's look at what our matches were. So our matches were we got this one, which is correct. We got this one, which is correct. But we got this last one, which did match for some reason. So what was our pattern? Pattern was this guy. Ooh, so I need to say it needs to be an exact match. I think I can do that by pattern equals we'll add the starting and ending anchors. Is that the ending anchor? Anchors. No, it's a $sign. Okay. Run it this time. We get 2. Nice. All right, let's get our input. Run it through and see what we get. 0. Doesn't look good. Where did we end up as a pattern? Our pattern was only BA. What? Oh, these aren't ordered. What the heck is going on here? Can we sort the rules? Where are the rules? Rules.sort order. No, that didn't. Why didn't that order it? Oh, because order by is not the same as sort. Okay, you gotta be difficult here. Rules. What do our rules look like now? That's not sorted. Okay. Let's make our order by ints parse d splits by colons. Grab the first one. There we go, order by that. Rules are now properly ordered. Nice. All right, we got an answer, 182. Wow, right answer. All right. Part 2. As you look over the list of messages, you realize your matching rules aren't quite right. To fix them, completely replace the rules 8, 42 and 11, 42, 31 with the following. This small change has a big impact. Now the rules do contain loops, and the list of messages that could hypothetically match is infinite. You'll need to determine how these changes affect which messages are valid. What? Fortunately, many of the rules are unaffected by this change. It might help to start by looking at which rules always match the same set of values, and how those rules are used by the new version of rules 8 and 11. For example, without updating rules 11, these would only match 3 messages. However, after updating rules 8 and 11, a total of 12 messages match. Okay. So we're going to have a infinite looping. So if we update 8, where's 8? Down here. So it's 8 goes to 42 or 42, 8. And we update 11. I should get a Stack Overflow, right? Right. The next, no, I didn't get a Stack Overflow. "42. Rules only have 31 rules? Oh. Dang, I need to turn this into a dictionary? All right, let me fix this real quick. Dictionary, int, string. You can still be a string array. But for rules, I need to... How do I do a dictionary? Something like do dictionary? Yeah. Where I have a key selector and a value selector, right? So I first need to create the key, which is going to be b splits colon parse the first number in the string, and the value is just going to be d, correct? Right. So what am I doing here? First, where d value contains a value split. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I get a Stack Overflow because it's going through too many times. So, when do we stop? I mean, it eventually should have a pattern. We should get to the point where a pattern contains the pattern, right? Hmm. How would we do that? I guess we would never know, right? Because we're doing this recursively. I guess we can set a max depth of 42? Hmm. 11 and 42. What did our original pattern look like? I mean, it goes well past 11 and 42. So we need to figure out, how are we going to figure out if we've started to loop? Hmm. I guess we can't really compile our pattern like this, can we? What does 11 and 8 do? Hmm. What if we just ignore... What if we do this? If we ignore the loop and instead of using... We'll do the same thing, just not have a boundary comparison. No, that's not right. Whoops. I guess am I gonna have a completely different solution to this? I guess I can't do this recursively if it's gonna go infinitely. Or maybe once I get to 8 and 11, 8 and 42, maybe I can solve that a different way. Eight is going to be 42 or 42 in I guess once you get to 8, it could just be whatever 42 is and a plus for like as many times as possible. So where did that test input go? So maybe throw in a special character in here. So I'll say this is 42, and I'll put a plus here. Or oh. Wait, what did I change? 42 and plus, and then we changed 11. Where's 11? Right here. We'll throw a plus in there as well. So inside of here, if we say if this rule equals, say, plus, then we're going to say pattern A plus equals a plus. It basically means the previous character before that is going to be done multiple times. So that probably also means that we need to wrap this guy in a parentheses as well. Okay, and then I need to do the same thing down here. I guess it would only occur on the second part, but that's okay. And then I guess we don't have to worry about it if it doesn't have a pipe. Input string was not in the correct format. That would be the plus sign. Why didn't you get caught up here? Rule AI 2. Oh, that's because this is supposed to be rule B. And this is supposed to be pattern B. Let's try this again. All right, we got 6. Matches only 3. However, after updating, matches a total of 12. What did our pattern end up looking like? Ooh, that's crazy looking. All right, we get this giant thing, and our messages are down here. You're not matching any of them? see, where did the plus go? Right here? Shouldn't I have two pluses? Yeah, I got another one over here. Or am I doing that incorrectly? Let's see. Where is 8? So we're saying 42 as many times as you want. 42 or 42 plus. How about just 42 plus? And then 11, how about just 42 plus 31? Let's try that. Input string was not correct. Oh, that's because we need to put this stuff down here as well. All right, we got a pattern. What does our pattern look like? We got 6 back. Ooh, that's nice. 6 is what we wanted. No, 6 is not what we wanted. We needed 12. This says nothing matches. This may be like overflowing. It may be too much for that website. Let's see. Saying these ones matched. Which is BB. Yeah, this one matched. This one didn't. These two matched. No. This one matched. am I going to troubleshoot this? (14) If I get rid of the start and end parts, if I just keep start, I get 13. Hmm. Once we get to 11, what is 42? Where's 42? 9, 14 or 10, 1? And yeah, we should be saying that we can have this pattern as many times as we want. No, really what we should be saying is, what was it before? 42 and 43, or 42, 11, 31. What'd that look like? 42, 31, or 42, 11, 31, and so on. I guess it's always going to start with whatever 42 starts with. So yeah, it should be 42 or 42 plus, right? I guess it's a bit more complicated than that. (42) is whatever that pattern is, which could be whatever. How about we replace the plus with just a dot plus? It contains, anything. Only 9 match this time. Oh, what did I do with 8? Let's change this back to what it was. Ooh, 12. That is exactly what we want. Are you going to work for our puzzle input? So we need to replace 8 which is here, and 11, which is here. We got 368. Oh, please be right. Nope. Yeah, would have been too easy, huh? Yeah, we're taking too much of a lazy approach for this. We really do need to do some sort of matching inside of this recursive whole. Well, let's do this. Let's say let's get the standard. And I want to see the compile pattern for rule 42. So let's see, how are we going to see that? It should be down here. I want to say if this equals 42, all right, for 42. All right, what does pattern A look like? Oh boy, so this is all of 42? So we're saying 42 or 42 and 8, which would be a 42 and 42. So yeah, why wouldn't it be just taking this pattern and throwing a plus at the end of it? So it would be, yeah, it would be like this. 42, 8. And 11 would be 42. 11 would be a little more complicated. What was 11? 42 and 11. So how would this one work? Would it be... Wouldn't it be 42 repeat 31? Would it be 42, 31 repeat? Hmm. $347. What did I get before? $368. Let's try that. $347. No. Your number is too high. Okay. So some number lower than 347. Let's get our test input back. $42 changes to... Or we change 8 first. So just throwing a plus in here didn't work, I believe. Or it did work. What the heck? Let's try this. 42 plus. That seemed to work with the example input. No, that's not right. That's what we got before, 368. But it said 347 was too high. 42 plus 31. So that looks like 42, 31, 42, 31. So it's actually more like this. 42 plus 31 plus. That gives me 13 now. Yeah, if it keeps repeating like this, it should be the 42 pattern on repeat, or the 30, and then followed by the 31 pattern on repeat. But I guess what's also happening here is that if you have 42 repeated twice, then 31 has to be repeated exactly twice. It can't be, 2 repeats of 42 and then 3 repeats of 31. It would be incorrect. So how would we check that? I guess maybe we could have a special check of 11 and 42. So we would want to capture the 42 pattern, the 31 pattern. Yeah, just 42 and 31. So let's do that. Let's say pattern 31 and pattern 42. And we should see that. We should see it somewhere. Where would we see that? We should see it in rule A. So if let's see, if we're at rule 42, pattern 42 is not empty. Or let's just always return it. Then pattern 42 equals compile pattern. Pattern A equals pattern 42. And we'll do the same thing for 31. So that should allow us to do a special check here. So we'll get rid of this. So at first, only 3 messages match. I think we still want this in here. Oh, what were we doing here? Let's check this real quick. We get 6. This time we get 12. Okay, let me try this one more time. I think I might have messed up the previous check. $343. No, that's not the right answer. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. Oh. Try one more thing. 280, jeez. Let's try that. I gotta wait 4 minutes. So I guess I'll just wait 4 minutes. How would I have done, what was I gonna do with this 4231 one? If I compiled the 42 pattern and then compiled the 31 pattern, what? I would do what? $42, $31. I guess I would check if 42 was contained in the message the same number of times as 31. I guess. But then, how would I check the rest of this? I guess I would still have to do something like this, where 42 occurs 1 or more times, 31 occurs 1 or more times. And then the same thing for that 8 one, wherever that one went. Yeah, this one would be just 42 one or more times. I don't think I'd have to worry about this one. It's this guy that's the confusing one. 42 one or more times, or 31 one or more times. But they have to occur the same number. So while I'm waiting for that, so I need to remember 280. 280 is what I need to test. 1 minute, 20 seconds. So I grab rule 42 and rule 43. I still do the plus thing, but when I get here, I'm going to create a subset of messages. That's going to be these guys. Subset of all the messages that match. And then for the subset, we're going to say subset where regex matches D pattern 31. And I think I want to, no, that's okay. Count equals regex dot matches D pattern 42. That count. And that subset is going to be the true answer, right? But can I do that? Oh, 0 is 8 and 11. So that would mean that (42) and 31 are basically the whole pattern. So it's going to look like, let's test this real quick. Let's see if that 280 was the correct answer. No. All right, so 0 is saying 11 followed by, no, 8. 8, which is 42. And then 11, which is 42 plus 31. Right, because this was 42 or 42, 11, 31. (42, 31) or 42, 31. So the pattern would look like 42, 31, 42, 42. It's not exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 41s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 31s. So it should be pattern 31 should occur +1. +42 or 42 plus, and 42 31 or 42 plus 31. No, we got 9 for this. How many messages did we get? There's 15, and then our subset was 9. No, we only made 9 matches. All right, we make 12 matches. Okay, let's see. What do we get this time? 343. That's what we were getting previously. Interesting. Oh, we're not actually updating that list. 321. Yeah, but should it be +1? 3 match. $321. Let me look at this again. So is our pattern is 0, 8, 11. Which translates to what was my brain? 42. 42 or 42 or now that's 42 one or more times, right? So I guess we can't technically say that the 42 patterns are going to match the 31 patterns. So it's one or more 42s followed by 11, which is 42, 31, or... So I guess it has to be at least two 42s at the beginning. 42, 42, 31, or 42, 31, and then so on. Oh, 31 at the end. This can be like this. So how do we validate that pattern? Is it always going to be +1? Let me see. What am I doing? Oh, you know what? The pattern always starts with 42. So it goes 42, 42, 31, 42, 42, 31. And it keeps on repeating that. And then somewhere it splits around here. And then we have, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +1. So we're going to have, what is that? 10, 10, what, 11 41s or 42s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to have this plus 1. No. Plus 1. Oh, that's not right, because remember, this first one can be 1 or more. So this could be, 42, 42, 42, 42. So we can't do exact counts. So this solution down here is incorrect. What would this be? How do we represent this pattern, this 42, 42, 31 pattern? It'd be something like that. And then a plus here. But that doesn't account for all the 31s at the end. Mm. It'd be something like this. So I guess we can reduce this to 42 multiple times, followed by 42, 31. Or this thing. Can we represent this weird thing somehow? I guess we can create a new one. We'll say 999, and then we'll call it 42, 42, 31. No, we'll have 900, and we'll call it, and then 901. This will be 42, 42, 31. And this will be 901 plus. Followed by 31 plus. This will be 900. Right? And then up here for 8, we could just do 42 plus. I think that might work. Let's get rid of this. Oh, you know what? I wasn't doing that correctly. That should have been an else if right here. But let's see anyway. Let's see what we get for this. 339. Have we put that in before? Nope. Wasn't the right answer. Why not? So 8. Eight was 8 or 42 8, which would just be 42 or 42. Basically just one or more 42s. So that should be correct. And then for 11, it was 42 or 42 plus 31. So we translated that into 42 plus, followed by where was 11? Going blind. 42, 31, or Forty-two, 42, 31. Plus. Yeah, again, it could still be potentially wrong. See. 11 is 4231 or 900. And 8, where's 8? 8 is just 42 plus. Now we get 12. So it works for our test input. Ooh. What happened here? Oh. $39 is not the right answer. Completely match rule 0. Yeah, I think we're being too lax here. So we're saying 1 or more, but again, it's not exactly true. 901 should match almost exactly the same as 31. And 11 can be 1 or more times. That one doesn't matter. Now, if we removed 42 from the beginning, that's interesting. Eight is basically 42 plus, so we can kind of get rid of that. And then 11 is going to be 4231 or 4231, 42. Basically this. I guess we shouldn't get rid of 8 because we need 42 to occur at least one time before this one. So 42, 42, 31 would match. Oh, you know, it's one or the other. So it's either 42 a bunch of times and then 131, or 42 a bunch of times and then an equal number of 42 and 31s. So let's get this pattern thing we were doing before. Let's fix it properly. So it's an else if. And down here, so we either want 131 which is B pattern 30 pattern 42 dot count equals 1 and no. Greater than 2? No, greater than 1? Or, and then the other case, it's either one or more 42s and then an equal number of 42 and 31s. Equals, so let's get the pattern counts. Ah, 31. So if P42 counts equals, no, P31 counts equals 1. And do we really need to check this? I guess we only want to restrict it if it doesn't have the what am I doing here? I guess if we get rid of the first 42 match, what would that leave us with? Either I guess if we only have 131, we can add it. But if we don't have 131, then we can remove the first 42s. It'll be 42, 42, or just remove the first, Forty-two, 42, 31. Oh, I'm going. I don't have enough brain cells to think about this, all this recursion that's going on. This is really the crux of the problem right here anyway. I mean, the 8 is simple. It's just, 42 any number of times, the 42 pattern. But 11, which is this guy, is super tricky. How do I verify what's going on in here? So if I expanded this out, I'm saying this can be 42, 31, or 42, 42, 31, or 42, something, 31, 31. Hmm. Maybe I can just create a depth limit? I mean, how far would I have to go? And how would I do a depth limit? So if we got to the depth limit, what would we return? Just a nothing, right? We'd return nothing. We'll give it some crazy number. If depth is greater than depth limit, return. Ooh, is 1,000 too much? 334. Oh, look at that. So yeah, beat it with dumbness. Ooh, not bad. I got again another personal record here on the ranking. Slowed down a ton for part 2. I mean, I got the first one in 30 minutes, which I guess is kind of long, but it took me 2 hours to get to here. But yeah, I should have done that depth thing. I mentioned it like when I first started going through this, and then I just abandoned it. But yeah, basically I let it recurse. So this guy would, turn into a gigantic pattern. What did I get? Let's go back to that. The correct answer was 334. How much did my depth limit really need to be? 500, 334, 100, 334, 50, 10? No, not 10. So not 1,000, but I mean, it ran eventually. So yeah, that kind of feels like cheating. But I mean, what else would I have done? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. So I think I might have messed up my solution here for problem 1. I did kind of just write over my current one. Oh, I see. Well, $182. What was the answer to problem 1? $182. How do I solve this so... Okay, for solution 2, we're going to... What are we going to do? Let's compile the pattern down here. And then for this one, we're going to update the rules first. So rule 8 equals 42 plus rule 11 equals 4231 or 421131. Invalid pattern. You're an invalid pattern. Oh. What? Rule 8. Oh. Um. What? This doesn't match up. Why is my what? Why am I indexing into a list of key values? This rules is a dictionary. 42 plus. Okay. Oh, it's not how they're supposed to be formatted. It still needs the original number in, just the way I'm parsing it. There we go. 182 and 334. Okay. Alright, we're good for this one. Looks like regex kind of solved it. I don't really like the fact that I kind of cheated with this depth limit thing. Maybe that is the solution, but there's probably needed like a reverse check or something. I don't know. Compiling a regex pattern maybe wasn't the idea behind this question, but it worked for me eventually. All right, that's it for this one. That's one more day down.